Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another capsule series selection. Today I'm going to introduce you guys to fragrances in my collections I wear strictly for attention. Yes, you heard it correctly. Wearing these fragrances, either love it or hate it, people are going to notice you and people are going to give you attention. These 5 fragrances are very well sought after fragrances in the fragrance community, but not everyone is going to like them, and you must understand that when you wear these fragrances. But at the end of the day, today I'm going to give you the fragrances that give you the attention that you seek. If this sounds like the type of content you think you'll enjoy, pull up a seat, pour a glass, and of course, let's enhance. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Dry Down, the lifestyle channel where we as enthusiasts aspire to enhance and elevate our olfactory sensory experiences through the understanding of the different aromas, facets, and nuance of scent, cigars, and wines. I'm your host, Chris. Welcome to today's experience. We're going to dive into a list, and I hope you guys enjoy this one because this is a list for the people who are attention seekers. And that's not a bad thing. That is marketing 101. Love it or hate it, you want to leave an impression. No matter what it is, you don't want anyone leaving with an ambiguous feeling. If they love it, perfect. If they hate it, hey, you are a person that is still in that person's mind. That's what you always want in any situation. Now, just because they hated your fragrance don't mean that they hate you. So, if it's a conversations that comes up that says, hey, that fragrance is a little bit harsh, all you got to do is hit them with your collection. Look, I have several fragrances in my collection. I think one you'll enjoy. Which one can I wear for you? That's all you have to say, especially if it's an office mate or someone that you see in public often. Now, these fragrances here that I have in my collection that I want to bring to the attention today for attention seekers. One is from Christian Provenzano in the house of Nishane, and it is the fragrance Mana. So Mana for me, it's one of those perfect fragrances. It's an oud fragrance, oud leather fragrance. And it is one that is very much so climbing the ladder of sought after fragrances in the fragcom. And people that smell this fragrance alike. It's a very positive attention type of fragrance for me, but it has not always given me positive attention. In the realm of getting attention, everyone is not going to love everything as stated. And so for this one could be a bit harsh in the oud and leather realm. Not everyone's going to think of that as a great scent. Most people want fragrances to smell pleasant, and when they smell them in the air, they want a pleasant smell. This one here is a sexy, alluring fragrance, and then when it comes off my skin, that's what I want to attract. So if someone's not in that particular mood or feeling about that type of attitude, they may have a different approach to this. But at the end of the day, love it or hate it, Nishane Mana is a great fragrance. It's filled with rose, suede, benzoin, frankincense, guaiac wood, very sexy, very sensual, leathery, woody fragrance with an oriental touch that's spicy and romantic. One that I recommend to anyone if they want a very robust winter fragrance that is sexy, because Nishane is not going to put out a bad smelling fragrance, flat out. They don't do it. They don't challenge themselves to put out bad smelling fragrances. They want everything top notch and smelling great. So at the end of the day, this beautiful fragrance here, Mana, by the house of Nishane, penned by Christian Provenzano, is number 1 for attention grabbers. So next up on this presentation list, I have a fragrance for you that I have heard no one talking about. And it's one that I forgot was in my collection, to be honest with you. But when I pulled it out this particular fall and winter, I got plenty of great positive feedback from it. And it was a great attention grabber in the scenario that I wore it in. This is Intimus by the house of Navitus Parfums. This is a part of the inaugural season that they launched out. And it says in the back clearly, alluring, attractive, and romantic. And that's exactly what this fragrance drew in for me. It opens with a tangy burst of sweet green apple, sour but sweet. It segues into a very sensual amber accord with geranium and lily of the valley at the mid. And that's one of those things I keep telling you with each video I bring a fragrance forth that has lily of the valley. Women love the way lily of the valley smells. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's not something that you need to question. Lily of the valley is a scent profile that women adore. Caramel, vanilla, woody notes, a beautiful touch of musk, patchouli, and oak moss in this particular scent. A great attention grabber that I think anyone who's seeking attention in any realm of life will come across great in. It's a sweet fragrance, so I wouldn't suggest wearing it in the office, but as far as being playful, being leisure, being a night out, being a date, this is a great fragrance for those particular occasions. It has some ultra mild type of vibe to it because it's sweet, fresh, and fruity with some citrus notes to it. A great scent penned by Christian Provenzano by the house of Navitus Parfums, Intimus. Get your nose on this one. I think it's still available. Like I said, this was the inaugural launch. I picked it up off the recommendation of another reviewer. And when I got it, it was great. I wore it, but it kind of pushed to the back of the collection. But when I pulled it out, like I said, this year, I got some great feedback on it. Really, really great feedback. Once again, Intimus by the House of Navitus Parfum. Next up on my list of attention grabbers, I must say, this fragrance, it's lurking around to be the king of compliments. And it's one that you need 1 or 2 sprays on it. If you do it properly, you wear it properly, you won't be disappointed with the fragrance profile and the attention that you get. This is the fragrance Blue Sapphire by the House of Boadicea the Victorious. And this carries so much presence, so much weight, so much just everything you want in a fragrance that brings a positive profile to yourself while not being loved by everybody, because this is an oud rose fragrance and it can be a bit powerful in any situation you get in that you're sitting and you're maintaining a presence around, because it blows a cloud of just sillage all around you. So if you're walking through something or you're being in the presence of a crowd of people, it's a great fragrance. If you're in the office, I suggest 1 spray and it'll go off great. But anything more than that in the office is going to be annoying. But at the end of the day, this is a fragrance that gives a positive attention factor to anyone wearing it. It's opened with a great lemon and orange citrus accord that has great presence about it. It then segues into a rose and jasmine accord in the mid with a bit slicey touch of cardamom. And then the heart of this combines with the base with an oud, patchouli, and amber, and you get this great scent profile that can't be beat in many ways. It's spicy, it's oriental, powerful, floral, woody, and citrus. And those are accords that bring about a great tonality to anybody's personality. They're more than likely going to love it, but if they hate it, so what? Ask them again. Like I said, hey, I got clean in my arsenal. What would you like to smell of me? Hey, try to present yourself flat out. Love me or hate me. That's what you want. You don't want anybody to think nothing of you. Love you or hate you. Flat out. This one's to get the job done. I love it. This is a great scent profile. Blue Sapphire. Boadicea the Victorious. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, this is a fragrance that I strictly, in totality, wear as an attention grabber. It's not even one that I enjoy wearing, to be frank about you. I'm not really into the ultra sweet fragrances, but I tell you what, Side Effect by Initio Parfums. No matter what I think about it, I purchased it and I wear it, and when I wear it, it gives positive attention. Sometimes you can get a fragrance to do that for you. There's nothing wrong with that. If you have the means to go and do so and you want to do it, do it. It's a fragrance that I don't enjoy wearing greatly. It's not one that gives a scent profile that is evolving. It's a blast of sweet rum, vanilla, cinnamon, and nutmeg with a nice bit of jasmine, which is made from the heroin accord, and tobacco and sandalwood. But to some, it can come off as a mesh fragrance where there's no note structure to give you anything other than a great sweet smelling fragrance. And for me, that's how I pick it up. Some, when I've worn it, picked up different notes in it and have given me compliments on that, asking me if I was wearing a tobacco or vanilla fragrance. And I get that. Some people smell different than I do when it comes to fragrances. And for this one, no matter what I say, it's a good fragrance. It smells okay to me, but in the air and around people, this is a good attention grabber. It's one that really draws people in. It's an alluring fragrance, has a great sex appeal and a great push. So the sillage about it, the projection about it is great. It's one that lasts for hours and hours on end, and it will give you something to talk about. Once again, Initio from Side Effect from Initio. Off the bottle, I think is the part that gets me because it's so powerful and so the blend in it is so mesh. When it gets on the skin about 3 hours in, it does start to develop a little bit better for me, and I can understand at that point what the smell is trying to give me. But at first blast, it's really, really sweet and spicy, and it really goes to give my nostrils a challenge. And so for me, when I wear it sparingly, but I do get the compliments I'm looking for because it does come with this particular scent. Women love this stuff, man. No matter what we say as men, if we don't like this scent, me personally, and I'm saying that, women love it, even if you don't like it. So try it. And next up, ladies and gentlemen, one of my favorite collection fragrances that comes in the leather realm. It's one that many, many women have stated that for them, it is one of the sexiest fragrances in their honest opinions. And for me, when I picked it up with a blind buy to see if that was true, hey, the honesty was real with these ladies that spoke that truth. This is a great fragrance by the House of Thameen, and this is Regent Leather. This is a fragrance that I put a big dent in last year and this year. it's built off a sweet, what you get from it, or what I personally get from it to make it so attractive and most sensual, is the gurkhan balsams and musk, lavender, and patchouli mix. It comes in very, very sexy, leathery, sweet, and creamy with a nice woody and spicy tonality to it. But it comes in kind of in the realm of what Blue Sire would be if it had a nice bit of resinous push to it. So it's kind of in the same realm, but well, I won't say kind of same realm. It's the similar profile. It's lemon, it's saffron, it's got the jasmine, it's got the rose, it's got the vanilla in it, the musk, it's aromatic notes. But what it has differing itself from Blue Sapphire is the gurkhan balsam. And that gurkhan balsam is a prominent note in here, along with the aromatic accord they put. It makes this so sexy that women go crazy over it. I've had very, very endearing compliments about this from people, and I've had some sexy compliments about this from people. And wearing this, you're going to get positive or negative attention because the aromatic accords, the leather accords are prominent. So if people don't like that, like I said in the first few fragrances, hey, love you or hate you, as long as you leave an impression. And this one here is one that's going to leave impression on anyone. A great scent, sexy tonality to it, like I said, lemon, spicy saffron, spicy cardamom, sweet floral jasmine. It's a white floral jasmine. It's not indolic. It's that really ethereal feeling to it, giving a great presence to the mid that flows over the rose. The gurkhan balsam is sweet and sexy. Great scent for anybody looking to grab attention. Dope fragrance. One of my favorite. So gentlemen, I hope that you guys enjoyed this list. I gave you 5 fragrances that I know from personal experiences get attention, negative or positive, but either way, I'm enjoying it because either way, it gives me an opportunity to open up a conversation with the person. Use your personality, use your words. Your scent is just an accessory that not everyone's going to love or like. Hey, it is what it is. You bought the fragrance, you wear that fragrance, you enjoy that fragrance, and if they speak negative about it, look, that's on them. But at the end of the day, most of these fragrances here, all of these fragrances here for me have given me great positive attention. Starting out with Mana from the house of Nishane, Intimus from Navitus, Blue Sapphire from Boadicea Victorious, Side Effect from Initio, and Regent Leather from the house of Thameen. All beautiful fragrances that will give the attention that you're seeking. Like I said, Psychology 101. I'm going to repeat that. Love you or hate you, leave the impression. You guys have a blessed day. Leave a comment below. Look, like, subscribe if you enjoy this type of content, if it made an educational push for you or entertainment push for you. I'd love to hear your comment below about these fragrances if you have them in your collection. Until next time, until next video, you have a best day. Peace.